So, folks, where I'm at here, we are, as you can see here in the background of mine, we're pushing back from Dallas, Fort Worth, heading on out to Madrid, Spain, on a 747 World Traveler Airlines, and I'm on the flight, but Pete is calling in, so he's doing some fishing, and occasionally
Right.
I'll even show you where he's at here. As a matter of fact, I'll fade this in, and you can see right there in the lower left, that's what Pete's doing. He's casting into a muddy pond.
Yes, sir. Getting wet from the spray coming off the waterfall behind me to the left. So
Very cool, very cool.
there we got one. Coming up there, investigating.
I got different views here for my one of my publicists here in the front, looking back on the two engines off the starboard wing. Um, yeah, so what we're basically doing here today, I'm talking about next season for baseball. A couple things on my channel. At the same time, Pete's doing his channel and he's doing some fishing. So we'll do some business while we're doing business. Oh, he's got a strike.
Yes, sir.
There he is, the legend.
A little, a little bluegill. I'm gonna turn that one loose. Yeah, that was a little guy.
There you are. Here we got a view off our port wing, but my seat's back here in coach behind the engines. So yeah, so eventually what I'm gonna talk about today, kind of what I went over. I did a flight thing from Phoenix to Dallas, and just kind of went over some ideas for what I thought might be good for next season. That was on Twitch. It's not gonna make it to YouTube. Because it just wasn't interesting enough. So I thought, well, here I could do one summary. This could make it to YouTube. I could talk about some other things, and then, after this, you won't have to see me flying as a passenger anymore. Although I thought about there's this other sim I'm looking at getting, and I thought sometimes I'm working on stuff and I could just Twitch it. I could just Twitch the passenger series, where you're flying from one spot to another, and while I'm doing other stuff, chatting about things in the background. Putting things up, and I don't know. I would put that on Twitch though. I wouldn't burden unless something really interesting happened or somebody said something interesting. I could put it to YouTube, but essentially that would be on Tommy Naperville Twitch. So there you go.
Yes, sir.
All right, so jump in whenever you want to say something about what's going on there in your fishing. Because I'm sorry, are you broadcasting as well to your channel, right?
Well, I'm recording right now. That's why I kind of spaced a minute, because I went over to your Twitch channel to see if you were.
Oh,
are
yeah.
you broadcasting?
No, I was recording because this was I was
Okay.
going to upload this to YouTube, so I wanted a higher quality.
Cool.
Yeah, you get to see it. You'll see it though, and like I said, I'm going to put occasionally I'm going to pop up on your screen when I see something happening on your screen. I'm going to put it up in the corner down here.
All right.
I can add a new.
Here we go. What else do we got for bluegill? Bloodworm, redworm, hot dog pellets, regular grub. Which is minnow. Let's try a minnow, maybe. Huh? So I'm gonna go to a larger hook. Go down to the 8. And I'm gonna go to the minnow. Let's see what we can do. Get with that.
All right, sir.
Now you're gonna see some real fishing. I was just messing around before. Now I'm some real fishing.
Yeah, here as we're taxiing out to the runway, we'll put Pete up down here. He's throwing here. He's casting a line. I'm trying to figure out a way to do it full screen too as well when I can.
Oh,
What you got?
I got a big fish.
Oh, here we're gonna take off.
Eyeballing my hook.
I'm rolling out here at Dallas runway when I left. Let's see here. So I got to do a display cam. I'm sorry, people. I'm working with some technical stuff here as well. Ooh. Wait, hold on. I got to fade that in there. What you got there? What is
Walleye.
that?
2.5 pound walleye. It's almost 1.5 feet long.
Holy cats, man. Pete's enjoying himself out there in the Red Rocks.
Yes, sir. There she is. Walleye, a pretty fish.
Yes, sir.
We'll turn her back there.
All right, I got to get a full screen version of this display.
Level
capture.
up. Level 25. New gear.
There you go.
Yes.
Let's see. I want to take another display capture, so I'm going to add a display capture. I'm sorry, people display capture 2. And that's going to be, yeah, the Toshiba, not the Toshiba, it's going to be, there we go. And that's going to be a full, so we're going to take this, we're going to see transform this. I'm sorry, I'm doing OBS stuff while I'm back here in Coach.
And then they're going to make you turn that off. Ooh, for takeoff.
Right?
Oh, this guy's running. He's running. I'm going to increase my drag.
Why is
This one's a big one, I think. It's got some fight in him.
Okay, so this, all right, I just got to get this image resized here. It's already, I want to go to full screen.
You ain't going nowhere.
All right, what if I do a fade here now? Wait a minute, display capture 2, I want display capture. Oh yeah, that's display capture 2, that's right.
That fight, but he's not very big.
Why is this? I'm sorry, I'm working with something. Okay, we're leaving out over Dallas here. You got Dallas in the background. You can see what's going on. Oh, here we go. Now, okay, now I got to work this out because Pete's got an even bigger fish to fry here. All right, let's
another walleye.
That guy.
5.18 pounds, 1.89 feet long. So, yeah, he's a good sized walleye.
Very nice. I think I'm getting
Take that picture right there. I think I still need a gold walleye. So if I could pick up a gold walleye, I'd be okay with that.
There you are. Now I'm just watching Pete fish. Nothing wrong with that, right? Okay, so let's get down.
That's because it is something to see.
Yeah.
When Pete fishes, he draws a crowd.
Okay, so while you're casting there,
Yes, sir.
I just kind of go over some things on my channel. I'm going to be doing Euro Truck Simulator 2. I think I'm just going to start tomorrow night. Start driving. You're welcome to join if you want, if you can, whatever.
Okay.
I got train life I'm working. I got to do my Euro train thing. I got to work into that. There's some stutter stuff that I'm dealing with on that, so I'm going to have to see how that goes. Hold on a second here. I don't have this. Okay, yeah. Wait, if I do a fade here, yeah. Okay, there he is. You can see it in the lower left. Yeah. So, what else? Train Life, Chef Life opening up a restaurant in New Orleans. Gonna call. What am I calling it? Calling it something or other. I think peak season. Peak season. Oh, Pete's got something on his line. No, do you or no?
No.
All right. F1 Simulator Historical Journey. Oh, the Historical Journey series that came out today. Did you see that yet or no?
I started to watch it. I haven't been able to get all the way through it yet.
Yeah, I got to. I'm gonna have to. I got to make it a little bit more interesting by not having so many cuts and showing every little thing. I got to get a little bit more of a summary to it. But why is display capture 2? I'm still working on this thing. I'm sorry. I'm doing the tech stuff.
That's okay.
On the fly, like literally. Fly.
Well, for my channel, I'd like to be throwing stuff out there, but like I say, it's been catch as catch can. So I've still got some videos I got to finish editing and get those up. I want to finish. They've extended the Christmas and the cruising Kansas for American Truck Simulator until February 5th.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I would like to try and finish that up. Like Tom said, this would be the time where we start driving in Euro, which I'd like to do. I probably will do that with him, and then I will probably continue to drive American truck just to kind of finish off those two things.
Cool.
I would like to see the rest of the wintertime stuff, and then I have a bunch of games that I would like to start, but I don't know if don't know when I'm going to be able to do that really.
Yeah. Yeah, I still want to see you do Nightcall.
Yeah, Nightcall and Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. I'm excited about
Oh
that too.
yeah, that's right. That's
So yeah.
I'm gonna start doing some rally race stuff. Yeah, so I'm doing. So the premise is I'm investing in some rally race teams. But I get my problem. So the problem with the rally racing is, so I'm gonna do just the summaries, the replays. So you will see. Oh, Pete's got something here. Let's bring it up on the.
No, I'm going to recast.
Oh, recast. All right. Yeah. So yeah, I'm doing some externals here. I'm about to cut scene 2 out. We'll leave in Dallas. You're gonna cut over and pick it back up after 6 hours of rest as we're making our approach into Spain. Haven't even talked baseball yet.
Nope.
But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, rally racing. But the problem is, like, ooh, somebody's approaching your thing there.
Yeah.
It looks like that look like a bass, or he's got his.
It looked to me like it was a bluegill. But he's going after a minnow, which could mean it's going to be a pretty good sized bluegill.
Oh yeah, I see him making. Oh, he's got him. He's got him. What you got? He's okay.
Gold bluegill.
It's a big smile for a little fish.
It's a gold though.
Ooh,
That's my gold bluegill that I was trying to get.
nicely done.
It's almost
man.
2 pounds. Yeah, bluegill don't get very big.
Yeah, it's true.
So 2 pounds, almost a foot long. I'll take it.
I like how your guy smiles big when you know you got, like, the better one you get. You know.
That's new. They changed that with an update recently. That yeah, the bigger the fish, the bigger the smile. So you start to see the teeth and stuff. The other thing that they added was, before you had static shots. Now you can rotate 360 degrees.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So because some of the shots were horrible, but now now you can. If I'm hoping that they will incorporate the mouse wheel so that you can zoom in and zoom out, because you're kind of stuck at this level, but just being able to kind of rotate around is a huge step forward, you know.
That's cool. That's cool.
So there's my gold bluegill.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
All right, so yeah, we're making a
Letting go.
descent into. We're coming. There's Portugal off in the background as we get over here to Europe. So yeah, let's see. So let me talk baseball real quick, if you don't mind.
If you gotta.
I don't know if you if you heard anything I said before, but I was just kind of talking about fields and who's there. So Applefield, New York, Wide Loads and Wild Pigs. Like, there's 23 stadiums and 24 teams.
Okay.
So that sounds. So they stay in the same location.
Okay.
So Sakura Hills, I was thinking the Oakland Overdogs. Overdogs make their way up from, because they're losing both the Gold Coats and the Outlaws. So the stadium's empty.
Okay.
And since I think the Blowfish would stay in the Swagger Center, and maybe the Overdogs go up to Sakura.
Okay.
I was thinking, and again, let me, you can think back after time and, say, I don't know about this or whatever. Colonial
Right.
Plaza, San Diego Moonstars, they just won it. So I figured the Moonstars stay put in Colonial and San Diego. Swagger Center, Los Angeles, Blowfish. Motor Yard, the Michigan Moose. The Moose would stay there. Big Gata Bowl, San Jose Sawteeth. So far, none of this is really that much. Emerald Diamond, Tacoma Herbivores, Shaka Sports Turf, Honolulu Nemesis. I was thinking, Red Rock Park, still Phoenix Beewolves.
Yeah.
Okay, so Big Sky Ballpark Park in Colorado, the Warblers are gone. The buzzards, I thought, and again, I'm throwing this out there so you could, just think about it, and then, next time we
Okay.
talk, just say yeah or not. I thought maybe the buzzards moved down to, because there'd be two Mexico teams, one in Guadalajara, one um, in Monterrey. So I figured maybe the Guadalajara Buzzards, which would leave Red Rock Park open for another team, for one of the expansion teams, or not Red Rock Park, Big Sky Ballpark, Colorado. And I was thinking, I mean, there's a bunch of teams, but I thought, well, the Lockhorns look kind of neat because it's a ram, and their color scheme is a lot like the Colorado Avalanche. So that was just I was just throwing that out there. My pitch was the expansion team Lockhorns, and I thought I had, I had one thing on my screen here where I was putting up screenshots of stuff. I think I have to make this smaller because I also where'd it happen to my screenshots? They're gone. Oh, I never brought them back up. I never brought my screenshots back up because I had to do a restart. So never mind. Okay, I won't put the logos or anything up. we're already making our descent. We got about what do I got here? We're 16 minutes in. I got 47 minutes left. I suppose I could find those. Well, anyway, shoot. Do I go look for it real quick? Okay, tell me about what's going on your channel here. I'll put you in on the background.
All right, so what's going on in my channel is a whole lot of nothing. I got Tommy and I experienced some technical difficulty with the second conference semifinals. So I'm trying to find a unique and interesting way to edit it. It's so far so good, but again, I just have not been able to dedicate the amount of time. So I'm hoping to finish that up with what's left of this week. It's already Monday. Tomorrow, due to inclement weather, schools are closed again, so I don't know if I'll get a chance to sit down and work on it. But I'm hoping to get that done. The final game of the semi-conference, unfortunately, we lost, and that ended our season. But that one's going to be a lot easier, more straightforward. So that shouldn't take as long to edit. But I've got that coming up. I got the final leg of the. I did the wintertime one run. The first run, and I wound up coming out in Omak, Washington.
Oh yeah.
And I've been trying to get back to Colby, Kansas, and I wind up grabbing a run from Omak to Guyman, which has taken three different broadcasts at this point. So I have the final leg of that and the push into Guyman. And I grab a run from Guyman right to Colby. So I'm back in Colby, Kansas. But now, like I say, Tom is currently winging his way to Spain to start Euro Truck. So, so a little too little, too late. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to finish up the wintertime situation, and hopefully I'll be able to combine the wintertime with the cruising Kansas, and I'll be able to finish that up as well. So. American Truck Sim, and then Tom got me Car Mechanic Simulator 2021, so I'm looking forward to popping that open and taking a tour around that and checking it out. So lots of stuff coming up. I just have to kind of settle in and do stuff.
That's cool.
And then I'm going to try and launch the animation channel sometime this year too.
Oh yeah. Well, that would be great.
I'm hoping, but again, I'm supposed to start January 1st.
Yeah.
And I have not been able. It's been a cornucopia of just.
Yeah.
And I'm still not done. I still got more to do. So, what do you get? What can you do?
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Let me know what that. I'll push that on my channel too when you get that.
Okay.
Coming up. All right. So here I finally found I was able to. Okay. So I'm able to bring up the Lockhorns here. I'm showing the Lockhorns. This is kind of their kit. But they look a lot like, I mean, they got the same color scheme as the Avalanche. But I think maybe possibly the Colorado Lockhorns would be out there in what's it called, and they'd be an expansion. So there's again just an idea. So El Viejo, Fort Lauderdale, freebooters, still. I thought maybe Founders Field. This was kind of what I was thinking. What about the Philadelphia Platypi? And my thought was, the Platypi, their color scheme's a lot like the Phillies, um, and they've got the P on their jersey too. So since they're leaving San Diego, I thought, well, maybe Philly gets a team that's made the playoffs the last 4 years straight. Founders
There you
Field,
go.
Founders Field, the biggest stadium in the league, gets something to cheer for. So I thought maybe I was thinking Philadelphia Platypi. Lafayette Corners, St. Louis Sirloins. Let's see what I've got. Also, if I go back here again, I was going through these images and I didn't do the where the stadium's at. Sorry, I am not prepared. Go back at this again here. Okay, so this was going to be in the bottom. I got display capture 2. That's the big one there. There we go, on the bottom. Let me do max screen. There we go. And zoom it in. Okay. Fade that in. Okay, Apple Field was New York City. Let's see what we got here. Squirrel Hills is Oakland. And we're thinking of the Overdogs. I was thinking of the Overdogs, Colonial Plaza, Moonstars, Swagger Center, Blowfish in LA. Motor Yard, Detroit is the Moose, Bengata Bowl. We had San Jose, the Sawteeth, Emerald Diamond, Tacoma, the Herbivores, Shock Sports Turf, Honolulu, the Nemesis, Red Rock Park, Phoenix, the Beewolves, El Viejo, the Fort Lauderdale Freebooters, Founders Field, the Philadelphia Platypi, again, was I was thinking. Big Sky Ballpark, again, my pitch was the Lockhorns, but, Lafayette Corner, St. Louis Sirloins, Tiger Den. All right, so this is where I was kind of like, I guess, I don't know if you heard my other pitch, but the Tiger Den, I thought, well, maybe if the Sandcats are in Phoenix, maybe the Cats go to the Tiger Den.
Makes sense.
And although it's not really sandy, I mean, we could leave them, or we could change the name to like the Wildcats. The Wildcats would be in the Tiger Den or something like that. So go from the Sandcats to the Wildcats or whatever.
Right.
And it's also toying with the idea of that, it doesn't, I know when you do the pan around to this building, I know we have them in Houston, but when you do the pan around to this building, there's like green hills around it. I think we kind of messed up. Like, I was toying with the idea, but what if we say they rebuilt this stadium in Atlanta?
Brick by brick. Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, it's like the Atlanta Tiger Den, and now the Wildcats are in there, but I don't know. Otherwise, we keep them in Houston, but I thought the Cats were a good fit for that stadium.
I think you're right. It works.
Yeah.
It's just a minor alteration to the name. I think it's Wildcats is good.
Cool. Parque Jardineros, Guadalajara. Again, my thought was maybe the Buzzards moved down there because it's, I don't know. So I thought the Guadalajara Buzzards. Montreal would get an expansion team, and I wasn't sure about who that would be. There was a few different teams, but I don't know. I really don't know. That'd be open. And then Battery Bay, Tampa Bay. I was thinking the Grapplers move out there from Big Audible. They would move out to Tampa Bay, be the Grapplers, the Tampa Bay Grapplers. They won the series 3 seasons ago. The Corral in Dallas would pick up I don't know if it's the Ranch Hands or the Hooligans or I don't know. Maybe it's not the Ranch Hands. Maybe it's something. I like the bull logo and all that. I don't know, but
yeah.
But they would get their own expansion there. Looking out over Portugal, out over the wing, this is pretty cool. Golden Field, Omaha or Lincoln, Nebraska. And I thought, because I know we were saying like maybe Lincoln, but I don't know if I think the town's got to be big enough for there to be like an airport for, people flying. So I don't know, maybe Omaha or Lincoln. But then the hot corners would go there. They'd have to, right? Because it's like in the middle of a cornfield. It's perfect for the hot corners. So then Whackers Wheel Chicago. So this is, well, let me come back to this. Let me come back to this one. So Peril Point, I think we had the Jacks, the Baltimore Jacks, moved from Houston up to Baltimore. Ciudad de Colores, come back to that. Castillo Arena would be an expansion team, and I kind of like the Cyclones for that one, but because it's, you know, like a hurricane and it's Puerto Rico and whatever.
Yeah.
But so that was kind of left between Ciudad de Colores and Whacker's Wheel. We still didn't have like a home for the Crocodons. And I know you wanted the burners for Chicago because it's like Chicago Fire, and I like that, and that'll work. But I was also thinking, what about the possibility of the Chicago Crocodons? Because the thing that was getting me when I look at the logo, it, you know, looks like a city in the background, and the logo is like a, you know, like a mob boss type of a crocodile, and it's, you know, the Crocodons. So it's like a mob kind of a city thing, and I thought, and it's got a C on their hat, so I thought, well, that could work, but I don't know what you like better, that or the you know, the burners. Either one would go, like, you know, whoever didn't go would go, the other would go down to Monterey.
Okay.
So you'd either have the Monterey Crocs and the Chicago Burners, or the Chicago Crocs and the Monterey Burners. And then, so that would be. So those are my thoughts. So just like chew on those. You could play this back or whatever, and think, and you know, bring up any other suggestions. Legacy teams. All right, let me fade out of this so I can look at some of the legacy teams and stuff. Let's see where you are. What's going on with Pete here?
Things seem to have dried up here. I'm not getting much. Might have to change position here in a minute.
There you go.
I got new boats.
You got new boats?
Bought some new boats. They got flat bottom boats, so you can get into other areas. Yeah.
It's like a rowboat or something?
No, it's still a motorboat, but it's and I got the new where is it? Here, this one. I got my new rod. What do you think of that, huh?
Wait a minute.
That rod.
I gotta get there. Got
a little cloisonne in there. I got that in Spain.
Oh, ooh. Nice.
Yes, sir.
I'm almost there.
I went for fishing season.
Sweet. Yeah.
Let's see here.
Can you? So do we figure? Can you invite me to one of yours, or do I have to own it too?
I don't know. I know we've been able to fish together. I know that.
Right. And I know in hunting you can pull me in to a range that I don't own. But I don't know if what that's all about. Let's see here. So I can close these out. I was looking for this. Okay, so I was oops. This is not as together and collected as I thought it was going to be. All right, so, and then as far as where we're going to be next year, have you given any thought or no?
Given what thought?
About where you want to be next season?
No, not really. I know we had once toyed around with the idea of taking the worst team in the league and always trying to improve the worst team in the league from the previous season.
Yeah, I was trying to think about that too. I think when we first did the freebooters, we picked a team we liked, and I was like, oh, like a pirate. We liked the look of their logo. Their logo was really cool looking. And then we did the overdogs. I think we rolled a dice, didn't we? I think I had a 10-sided dice, and I said we did something like random, and then we're like, okay, I guess it's the overdogs. And I remember at first thinking, I don't know if I like that, but okay. But it was great doing what's it called? Where the heck we were. Looking, I'm about to make a turn out. I think I'm crossing into Spain right here. But yeah, if I look at the standings from last year, oh yeah, and then when we picked the B-Wolves, I don't remember even how we picked the B-Wolves. I think we were going for a city that we like the look of. We like the look of Red Rock Park, I thought. But following what you said, so of all the legacy teams, if we were going to pick a legacy team, which is any of those big ones, we would probably do that way, right? We'd probably take the worst. Now the worst, it just so happens the worst record in the league was the tie between the Hot Corners and the Wide Loads. So both teams are 15 and 29. So just on record, we could either be the Omaha Hot Corners or the New York Wide Loads, or play at either the Golden Fields or Apple Field.
Which one had the better run differential?
The Wide Loads. So the worst team is the Hot Corners. So as far as legacy teams go, alternatively, then we could also pick an expansion team, and we would just pick a totally new team, new stadium, and we would be there right from day one, opening day, which is kind of neat too. Like we would start with the organization.
So
I don't know which of those you'd rather do. You want to mull that over. But if we do the expansion teams, wait a minute, I'm trying to find your thing there. I'm going to put Pete's thing up here in the lower left again. There's where he's on the map in Colorado. If we do the expansion teams, the open places would be, the Colorado Big Sky Ballpark. Whoever goes there, maybe it's the Lockhorns or whatever. It would be the. Who are the other teams? Either the Mexico. No, not either of the Mexico teams. No, both Mexico teams would be getting legacy teams, I think. The San Juan Cyclones, or if it's the Cyclones, but the San Juan team playing at Castillo Reno down in Puerto Rico. So Colorado, Puerto Rico, the Dallas, the new Texas team at the Corral, or Montreal, right? Yeah, I think those are technically right now the expansion teams. Montreal, Canada, San Juan, Puerto Rico, Dallas, Texas, or Colorado Springs, Colorado. So I think we'd consider like one of those 4 locations and whatever the expansion team is there, or the St. Louis Hot Corners, not St. Louis, the Omaha Hot Corners, or the New York Wide Loads, but the Hot Corners have the worst, differentials. So looks like probably, if we did everything I mentioned, which we don't have to, you could do it'd be the Hot Corners in Omaha, the Lockhorns in Colorado, the ranch hands or the hired hands or whatever down in Dallas, and then whatever the heck team goes up in Montreal, or the San Juan Cyclones. So those are my thoughts.
Okay.
But oops. There we go. That's what I can see something. I was seeing the edges of things. So yeah, that's what I was thinking for baseball.
Okay.
And I guess so. You haven't thought about it yet. You just want to kind of mull that over.
Right.
Okay.
Well, there's a lot. I got to go.
Yeah.
You know,
Listen
I'm
to
gonna
that.
have to go back over it and but by and large, that's the other thing is I mean I don't disagree with you. It's like
Yeah.
none of it is something where I'm like, oh well, that's not gonna work. I agree with you about the crocodons too and the burners. I like the burners because, like you said, the Chicago Fire kind of I think it plays in, but like you
Yeah.
were saying with the crocodons, there's a lot of that. You get that big city, you get kind of the gangster look, and then of course the C's are I mean they're right on the nose, you know.
Yeah.
So all of that works as well. So I'm you know I don't know I don't
Yeah.
know what to think. But I'll mull it over and we'll figure it out.
Cool.
Got my flat bottom boat here.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna miss being at Red Rock, and
Yeah,
that's been a
me too.
great 4 years.
It is. It has been, and like I said, on the one hand, I'm going to miss Red Rock, but by the same token, I'm looking forward to playing in a different stadium.
Yeah,
Uh,
it'll be
you know,
exciting.
having more of our games in a different stadium. We've played in Swagger Center. We played in what was the
El Viejo.
El Viejo? There you go.
Yeah.
And now Red Rock. So I'm looking forward, and we've got 9 new stadiums
Yeah.
in the game this year. So yeah, a lot of fun, interesting stuff.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, we've been in Fort Lauderdale at Viejo, we've been in LA at Swagger Center, we've been in Phoenix at Red Rock. Those are like great stadiums to be in. So no pressure. I think I think more than anything we want to find a good place. And then we like the place of all those options, the team kind of comes with it.
Yeah.
um but speaking of places, what do I got here? I got on my what's left of my flight. I can't even tell. Source video. Still got 26 minutes to yammer on here, but I got you fishing down here. Let's go bigger screen on Pete here real quick.
Yeah,
Watching
it just
Rose.
kind of took off. I got a little area here. I pulled out the new boat, so I got the flat bottom boat, which I like. It does allow you to get into some more shallower stuff than those power boats did, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Let's see what's going on here in the background.
Just gonna see if I pull up anything here.
Coming into the mountains, I got some weird stuff going on with thrust. I think we're making our descent. Yeah. So another thing, because I was looking at Super Mega 4,
Yeah.
and I go, some of the characters look weird, but I think we'll get used to it. Some of them look good and normal. Some of them just look a little weird, like you said, like they took a step back, but I think it'll still be fun. I found out it would be so I could easily put this league together, and it would be, I think we're talking, like we said, 2 conferences. Right now we're coming from 2 conferences, 3 divisions each conference, and we have a 5, 5, and 4 team division layout. But the new one's going to be 2 conferences, 4, 4, 4. So yeah, like what would we say, 4 less teams. It'll be a 37 game season instead of a 44 game season. And as far as the league structure goes, so that comes in. So what I do is I create a new franchise, and it gives it's a new franchise. It gives them all random, but I can replace each of the teams. So I bring each of the legacy teams in, and then I would bring in the 4, the 4 expansion ones. So that's how that would work. And when it brings in each of those teams, it puts a roster together, and there's not a whole lot of changing I could do to that roster anyway. So what that means for us is it's just, there's no continuity as far as who's where. We just consider it like it was a reshuffling of the whole league.
Right.
A lot of the legacy players are going to go back to the teams that they started with.
Yeah.
That they're familiar with. So a lot of the teams look to pick up some of their old players, like the Sirloins are going to get Hammerlong Ballo back and stuff like that, which works out, and that's fine. So you're still going to have Handley Dexteris and Hurley Bender still going to be on the B Wolves and stuff like that. Bertha
Right.
Banks and all that. So the teams aren't going to
They,
change.
yeah, they did not do any justice to Bertha Banks. The poor woman
No,
is.
yeah.
She looks horrible.
She does. She does.
She looks.
Yeah. So that's kind of what that looks like. But I can easily, I found out, change their ages. So I would like to do that. I'd like to, because it's just weird if we got somebody who's, 32 and then they come back in the next season and they're 27. It just
Right.
it jars them. So I proposed to go in and update everybody's ages. When I looked at the end of our last season, and I just clicked the off-season button, and only like 6 people retired.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Hammer Longbala was not one of them.
Oh, really?
So he was going to stay in at 43 anyway.
He was, but he's slipping.
Yeah. So
He's slipping.
yeah, I mean Victor Albright, I think, bowed out. Let's see here. I think I had them on my list. I could bring this up, right? Where is this thing here? Yeah. It's good for me. Here we go. I'm gonna bring it up on the screen, but I gotta make it full screen first. So get your technical stuff right, Tom. And fade it on over. Okay, yeah. So I got. I mean this, and again, we'll say this didn't happen, but the way it would have done is, where am I at here? Oops. Oh no, these are the highlights of player resignations and availability. Okay, let me get out of that. Go back to the retirements. Hold on, folks. I gotta find this. I just did the wrong screenshot. Is all. There we go. Okay, bringing this up here. Yeah, so it was Ian Mirthright, retired at 41. Victor Albright, retired at 36. Ada Cisneros, retired at 36. And Dainty Maynard at 37. That was it.
Oh.
Yeah. And so, I mean, Ada Cisneros she's out of the league anyway because she came from a team that was, an expansion team. So Victor Albright will stay in, and maybe these other guys. But even if I adjust their ages, like Ian Mirthright, if he's on the team, he's only gonna be 42. Hammer's gonna be 43. So I guess my point is it's gonna be kind of a negligible impact. So that's what I was proposing to do. Keep them all their ages, and then the next season we end up getting some some new people.
Yeah.
Oops, I forgot to fade that in. I faded it out before I faded it in. So I'm coming on approach here into the Madrid area. But anyway, so I would propose to do that, and then so the next thing became the about the conference. Do we want to? It's a new league. It's new conferences. How do we want to try and do we want to keep the same conference names and division names for continuity, or do we want to? Because we never really made those other ones, and I don't know if I was ever in love with them. Like the trade division didn't seem like a good name for a division. But then again, I could see the value in continuity.
Yeah.
Here, Pete's got something on the line. Well, that's a tiny little thing.
Another bluegill.
Oh yeah, is it a good one? Big one?
1.37 pounds, so it's a silver. It's not horrible, but it's not the biggest.
Not too bad.
Nice coloration.
Yeah. Hey, you're smiling there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm a smiling guy. I agree with you. I don't remember ever deciding on the name of the conferences. I think we just kind of got randomly generated ones. I don't know. I mean, we could, like you were talking about, there's so much that we're going to be saying, kind of restructuring that. I don't think it would be outside of the norm to say the conference has changed names.
Okay.
But I don't particularly have any strong feeling about what they're called. So if you
Right.
have something, then by all means. But
Yeah. Well, I
you know,
don't. So I mean, so I guess that would be just we could play that by ear. If you think
yeah,
of some division names, like, oh yeah, let's go with these. Cool. If not, then we'll try and keep 'em. But now the divisions probably they're going to alter somewhat.
I was
As
just
far
gonna
as
say
who's
because
where.
it's gonna be it'll be randomly generated again. So
Well,
they may.
but I could put them anywhere, and
Oh,
I
okay.
think I'd want to sort of keep some semblance around, but I don't know if they were optimized last time around, because I'm thinking, generally speaking, you're going to want, like, normally a division is more geographical. So I mean, I know that's going to be like, yeah. In fact, the only team that are in the same space in different conferences are going to be the New York team. Other than that, I mean, I would think that you would have the Fort Lauderdale Freebooters in the same division as the Tampa Bay Grapplers, because they're, you know, 250 miles away from each other or whatever. Uh, but what do you think? Like, do I try and keep the teams more in the divisions they were for Super Mega 3? Like, we keep the Sirloins and with the Bee Wolves and the Herbivores, or do you think it's more important to have, like, the California teams in one division? What do you think on that?
I think it's probably better to have the divisions more centrally located to areas. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's what I think.
All right. I could toy with that and see what that leaves. What you got there? Yellow perch?
Yellow perch, silver.
Very nice.
Yeah, nice.
Just yanking them out of the pond 5 at a time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Told you, something to see when Pete's fishing. Let's see. Let's go up to a larger hook. We'll see if we can pick up something here.
That's the key right there. That's what I've been waiting for, that larger hook. No, but all right. So so we got to mull over kind of where I said the teams might be. Do we like that? What where the what the expansion teams would be if we go with the hot corners or one of the expansion teams. I'm going to update the ages of the people to match, and then we have to decide, what was the last thing I was saying? Was the conference
regions?
divisions. Yeah. So I'll think about that. I'll throw out some ideas and shoot them past you at some point. We could pull over that sometime in the next 6 weeks.
Sounds good.
And then yeah, I think that's it. And then we just start up in April, right?
Yeah. So we got a couple months off, and then we'll get back to it in April.
Yes, and so tomorrow I'm I went like 2 weeks and I didn't even put anything up on my channel.
Yeah, I feel bad. Both of us, we had hit a point where we were pulling in some good numbers every time we dropped a video. We were pulling in some good numbers. Now all of a sudden, if I get 20, I'm happy. It's
yeah.
You really got to stay up on it and keep going. But like I say, I'm hoping to get back to it. I'm hoping to expand.
Well, what works?
Doing gaming videos.
What works on your games as far as, like, do you have big number of hitters for your channel?
If you look at YouTube's studio, the ones that are pulling numbers consistently are like the Storm Chasers.
Wow.
And I have not done a Storm Chaser video in a while, and yet it's in the top 10. Some of those videos are almost a year old. So I'm like, I got to get back to Storm Chasers and do a little bit of that, well,
when you do, let me know. Let's do it together.
Okay. Yeah. American Truck Simulator. It does numbers, but it kind of grows slowly. So it's kind of like, The Angler, I've been getting some pretty good, decent numbers, but again, not really over 100. So
Huh.
it's just one of those things where I think you just got to be consistent, and that's the one thing that I have not been able to do. So I just have not been able to be consistent.
Yeah, I've gotten up to 184, I think, on YouTube. Like I said, until now, I don't know who's gonna who's gonna still be on after this boring ass video. But I mean, this is mostly for us. I'm gonna put in the description. Yeah, if you don't like listening to Pete and I talk about baseball, then just keep going. Don't waste your time. But yeah, so I get any of the flight stuff gets a lot for me. The truck stuff does get a lot for me still. I think that's where I've got most of my most recent subscribers, and I got like a handful of likes on most of those. Although I think I got 5 likes on our final playoff game where we where we just basically rage quit. I mean,
Yeah.
Or we lost.
Everybody's
badly.
just happy that it's over.
Yeah, yay, done. Yeah, and then it was basically 2 weeks for me to just iron us. Oh yeah, so if you wanted, I got a spreadsheet of speaking of trucking, I have a spreadsheet of a bunch of the cities that I've been to and stuff. I'll put that in Discord before we leave.
Very cool. Yeah.
And then just delete what what I put there. But I go then you go through your career page.
Yeah.
And you and it shows your career, shows every stop and what you and I've been putting in what I pulled and from each place and whatever. But if you just put in a to and a from, to see where you've been, then because I noticed that a little while. But what buoy you got there? A floating weather station. That's cool.
Yep.
You got points for
that was the last one. So yeah, so I completed it. You got to find them. I think there's 10 around the reserve. So that was the last one. Pretty cool.
Cool.
I didn't realize that was my last one. I thought I had already discovered it.
Yeah. I'm coming in on final to Madrid.
I'm heading back.
So yeah. So the truck. I got a bunch of those for truck driving. Yeah, and so because I noticed a while back that it's saying I've been places that I've just been through. So I did the same with Europe too. It's like I wanted to find out where I've actually delivered to and picked up from, so I go to the cities I haven't really been to, even if it thinks I've gone through them.
Yeah.
So I don't know where I'm gonna go tomorrow. I'll go random. So I'm gonna start putting games up again heavy, starting here pretty soon. I'll get the truck sims out there. I want to get the I'm gonna start doing some rally racing, get those out there. Stuff that doesn't take long to produce either,
Yeah. Well, that's just it. It's not just the editing, but it's the playing, Right. And the other thing too is I keep playing with the idea too of trying to broadcast when I'm playing and then editing it and uploading it to YouTube.
Yeah.
Because I got a Discord channel that has not Discord, but a Twitch channel that hasn't had a new video on it for I don't even know how long.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's certain things with mine I'm gonna play certain things on Twitch that I'm not going to put on YouTube because I don't want to, because YouTube stays out there. So I try to put stuff on YouTube that's going to be maybe worthwhile or interesting. The stuff on Twitch goes away in a week. So, my last flight thing, this one I'll keep on YouTube because we're covering a lot of stuff, even if it's boring for most people. But the other one, just gets deleted. Like my flying with Matt usually gets deleted because we end up like shooting a plane down after about an hour, and there's just not a whole lot to keep there. So I'm going to do some of that, like you said, a lot of that gaming. I want for my historical series thing. I'm going to do I think I'm going to do Rome Total War next. I'm going to do like a massive battle, but I've got to work through my campaign a little to get to a battle. So I'll broadcast my campaign on there. I'll grab some screenshots, and then when it comes to the battle, I'll record video for the replay, and then I'll do like the narration stuff like you did. What'd you think of the narrator and stuff?
I liked him.
Yeah.
And that was the thing, is I was like, oh, that's it was just cool because that's that text to speech, right?
Yeah, TTS, text to speech
Yeah.
maker. It was free, and so far I got nothing. I mean, I took the, the opening song was from YouTube's stock, royalty free songs. You know those?
Yeah.
You know about those?
Yeah.
Um, and then then it was this TTS. But now I had like 15 pages of script. I had to write every single word, that he spoke. But that's good because I'm trying to do more creative writing anyway. So that's an exercise in my creative writing. I'm trying to get to be a better writer.
Right.
So even if doing dopey little like mock documentaries like that, it's a way for me to listen to it and say, okay, that sounds good. This sounds really like a school project. In this place, I would say something different this time. It's just me. It's just getting the exercise. About to land in Madrid here. I've gotten to where I put something up if you actually end up. Well, that's a big break. Catching some. Oh, you pulled something out. What's Pete got there? What you got?
Bronze walleye.
Hey yo.
And that was a mission. So I actually got a little bit something for that.
Oh, sweet.
Because it was a mission. So yeah, that's kind of small. But those two where I was holding the double with both arms, those are the walleyes get really big.
Yeah.
And this is not that big, but we'll let it go.
Yeah.
Mission
Nice.
completed. Ruby River Range Fishing Challenge.
Sweet.
So there's a new one available. Yeah.
I'm taxiing over to the terminal. I got 7 minutes left in the broadcast. So what do you want to talk about for 7 minutes?
I don't know. Yeah, so just hang with us. We're gonna get everything sorted out, and hey, look, I'm gonna beat down Spain. Look at that.
Wait, oh yeah, wait, I gotta put pizza there. You going to Spain right now into the thing?
Yeah, Agua Clara.
Hey,
Municipal.
All right, book your ticket.
Beat you. I'm in there. I got a teleporter.
Oh no!
I teleport. That's why I don't need to take the flight with Tom. I just teleport over.
You got special connections.
I fell too far.
Yeah, so I did 2 of these flight things, and I thought, well, I'm going to do that on Twitch because sometimes I'll be working on game stuff or whatever. Oh, I'm looking at your rain. Did you see the thing I sent you about the Unreal 5 engine? People walking around in a swamp.
I just saw it this evening, so I have not seen.
That is crazy.
I think I got a fast jump because I seem to be stuck.
Yeah. This is
where I stayed last night here.
Oh, hold on a second. I was putting this other thing up in the corner. Yeah, they got this Unreal Engine where you're walking around through, I think it's a forest biome, and it's like, holy cats, how's that a thing? That just looks bananas.
Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Unreal Engine is it's like revolutionizing that thing,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so no, but I thought these flight things. So sometimes if I'm working on stuff, I might just do because I'm gonna get this other simulator. There's this other simulator called Aerofly FS4, and it doesn't look as good as Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, but it looks really good. Like Flight Simulator 2020 looks great, but this looks really good, and
okay,
it performs a lot better. It's got much better frame rates. It doesn't have traffic, like air traffic, so you don't get that sort of practice. But the ATC in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 is pretty poor anyway. And if you fly in somewhere that's, like a city or something like that, it's just a stuttery mess for me. So I was thinking get this other one. And it's got this passenger, where you can just set it on auto. I'm like, well, I could do that as background while I'm working on other stuff and just, shoot the breeze while I'm on Twitch, and then I could go on the US channel, and if you were, if you saw it on Twitch and you want to pop in, it would just shoot the breeze too, or do like you're doing here, where you're playing something, and I can put it up on the screen. I could show what you're doing while I'm doing what I'm doing, and then it's on Twitch, so it just gets deleted,
Yeah.
A week later.
I'm driving horribly.
Yeah. Unless we say something really profound or really good, I could take that clip and put it on YouTube, but collect them, but for the most part. So yeah.
That's why.
So I apologize to the YouTube folks for having an hour-long video of me and Pete chatting while you're watching a plane flight. And Pete's driving around Spain. I'll show you again where he's at.
Horribly. I got to get that.
Looks like a rally race game.
Yeah. I think I can change. Whoa. I think I could change my viewpoint. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit better.
Yeah, I had my impulse buy today. I think it is WRC 10, World Rally Circuit 10. And it's just, I look up and it's like, I forget what it was, like 80% on sale. It's normally like a $50 or $60 thing, and it was on sale for $12. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna do some more rally racing. But I can't do it right before bed because it's too stimulating. And if I rally race right before bed and I go out, I'll just lay there with my eyes open, looking at the ceiling for half an hour, like, oh, because you really, I mean, it's, you're gunning it down a small dirt road. I love it, but it's not a late at night thing right before bed. So there you go. Oh, nice looking painting here. Oh, oops, I accidentally did
mine now.
Daniel Molina, huh? Legendary painter Pablo Picasso was born and raised in Malaga, Andalusia. And I am pulling up here into Madrid. I want to do Sea of Thieves too.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, start tomorrow whenever you're ready. Whenever you want to do multiplayer stuff, let me know.
Okay.
It could be whatever. Hunting, fishing, Sea of Thieves,
that's
Storm
the other
Chasers.
thing I haven't done in a long time. I haven't done any hunting either.
Yeah.
And there's a lot to do with the hunting. You got the some new stuff. I just picked up Movavi 2024.
Oh, you did get it? Okay.
I did, yeah. I'm loving it. Doesn't really work so well if you keep 2020. I was having problems because it wouldn't do the audio. I didn't see the visual track. But once I uninstall 2020, then it works fine. It's got a better equalizer. It's got a compressor. It's got a noise gate. It's got a lot more audio effects than the previous versions do. So it's kind of cool. And like I said, I'm going to try and pick up some DLC for that as well. And hopefully use that to kind of spice up the game videos a little bit. Although I go back and forth on that. On the one hand, I want to, you want to spice it up a little bit, make it more interesting. By the same token, you don't want to give people the wrong impression of the game, though, either.
Right, right.
So I go back and forth on it, but I'm now driving up a walking path, which you probably shouldn't do.
Wait, why is Game Capture 2 not working? I'll just want this. Yeah, there we go. Right? What if I do a fade here? There we go. Okay. Yeah. So my video ended. So it's just Pete right here. But all right. So I'm gonna get going. But thanks for watching, folks. And hopefully if you're interested in all what's going on our channels, that's kind of what's going on Pete and my channel. And with baseball, we got things to consider. And then the next time you'll hear about baseball, you won't hear us talking about it. We'll get the Super Mega Baseball 4 season, and you'll see from then what we came up with.
Yes. That's it. Like I said, Tom said it perfectly. We're going to go start it in April, so baseball will be going. But we're hoping to get back into doing some more regular gaming and some more regular posting. So hopefully we'll see you.
Right on. All right, man. Well, all right, people, thanks. I'll talk to you soon. It's Tom and G.
And it's BJ. We're saying, get out of here. Oh, where am I going?